Hello, this is Donald Trump. I'd like you all to know that the Banksy Style Live channel is a great channel, a terrific channel. I really like you all to subscribe and share this channel. It's a really terrific channel, a patriotic channel. I like the channel, and he is a great friend, so go there today.
Hello, this is Joe Rogan. I like you all to know that the Banksy Style Live channel is a great channel. I really like you all to subscribe to this channel. I fucking love this guy. This guy's is so much funnier than me. If I could have his children, I absolutely would. I absolutely love this fucking guy.
Hello, my darlings. Hello, everyone, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all doing well this evening. Welcome to another Banksy Style BS Talks. Yes, haven't done one of these in a little while, although I've been posting fairly regularly in Half Reflects. So if you guys are interested in anything I'm doing more recently,
Our feds reflects on the streets of London, giving you hard-hitting news. Yeah. I'ma losing you hard-hitting news. I'ma giving you hard-hitting news. I'ma losing you hard-hitting news. I'm giving you hard-hitting news. Our feds reflects on the streets of London, giving you hard-hitting news.
That's right. If you want any more on the streets of London things, then go to Half Reflects and you will get it. You will see the most recent stuff and the most recent posts. So, by all means, ladies and gentle bees, feel free to go over there and subscribe even now whilst you're listening to this. Although, don't if you're on a mobile, don't skip this. This is very important. Tomorrow. Ladies and gentle boys and girls, we will be in London, central London, live in color. Damn, sorry, I'm a little bit what the hell? Okay, yeah, I'm a little bit distracted. Sorry, I'm trying to actually get up because I just sort of clicked on this silly woman's thing and all of a sudden I can't. Here we are. Sorry, guys and girls. Tomorrow, yes, what we were saying. Tomorrow, I will be on the streets of London as Half Reflects, as my other disguise, and I will be. I'll be broadcasting live from the Tommy Robinson's gathering. It's Uniting the Kingdom event. But in the meanwhile, let me just post. I'm going to post the Half Reflects link in the chat so you guys can, mods, if you can just copy and paste that from time to time in order to let everyone know that is where they go in order to get tomorrow's events. It's going to be live on Half Reflects. OG Helen, James, and DEF. Big up my beautiful people, my darlings. Thank you for joining me. You're always a stable run, and cheers to you. I'm having a spot of drink, a wee drop of the nectar. It's orange, Glen Orange, age 10. But as soon as I finish this bottle, I will get an age 12 or 14 or I don't know, depending on what's available. But I just got the H10 because I wanted to try it out. Oh, sorry, guys. You can't even see me. You can't even see me. That's because I was going to share my screen and I need to switch over to do that. But yeah, guys and girls, if you're a mod, do feel free. Actually, DEF, why are you not a mod? You are now. They thought it was over. It is now. Okay, DEF, I just want to let you know, with great power comes great responsibility. Please don't block and sort of, essentially kill the chat by blocking everyone. Just try to be human about it. Okay, moving on. So yeah, Hafiz Reflex, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in the chat, if you're anywhere around Hafiz Reflex, I won't abuse it. Good man, thank you. Yeah, so join me tomorrow for that. But in the meanwhile, what do we have? We have several breaking news, really. It's like it's breaking and it's not breaking, but it's breaking again. The fact of the matter is that tomorrow we thought Tommy Robinson was arrested. Actually, hold on. Gotta really start sharing the old screen here before we can get anywhere. Damn it. Tabs. So yeah, bear with me. I will join you all. Okay, we're back. We're back in black. Now this is a very, very old video, I have to admit, but the initial part is true.
Oh man! So, how many people are going to London next Saturday? Every single man should be in London next Saturday.
That's exactly the message. Every single man should be in London tomorrow. And the funny thing is, this lady that keeps coming up, Narinda Kaur, on my feeds, apparently, and she actually was the one I got the news from. Crazy. But Tommy has been charged for not providing phone PIN to mobile phone under Terrorism Act. He has been released on bail to make his little party tomorrow. So nothing to see here. And this was from the Mirror, but unfortunately the Mirror wants me to allow them access to my computer, which I will not. So apparently he's been released on bail, so all is well. He will be able to attend the rally tomorrow, which is in fact the rally called Uniting the Kingdom. Okay, this is a video. Let's see what this says. Hold on, let's bigger it. Shall we bigger it? Yeah, let's bigger it. What is this?
When did you convert?
Me a year ago.
A year ago.
Yeah.
How do you like Islam thus far?
It's peace. It's peaceful. Like,
Very quiet.
Makes me feel like I can show the world the true me. And it's the true religion, really.
In what sense, bro? Do you mind?
Sorry, the sound volume is very low. I can't seem to
So basically
increase
the
it.
reasons were because my dad actually follows Tommy Robinson. And him hating Islam so much got me interested in Islam to find out why they hate Islam so much. Sorry.
By the way, that gentleman has tattoos on his hands. Those are actually against Islam. It is haram. So, ironically, this gentleman who became a Muslim because of Tommy Robinson is immediately out of the fold of Islam because of his tattoos.
So that's one of the reasons, because like a counter.
Yeah, Tommy's just turned up to the center, bro. Nah, he's just jumping in his car now, but he's made the video.
Okay, bye.
Sorry. Yeah, a few months to be fair.
Okay, so this is because he's got some, Tommy has got some independent reporters running around. One of them, apparently Tyler, is it Vicky Richard? I don't know who it is. This might be Tyler something or other, who has like 7-8 million followers on social media somewhere. I don't know, YouTube. I've never seen or heard of this guy, but apparently he does. So yeah, that's the reason why he's all up in the news. I guess these are like the world is watching. Let's see. There's another promo. Funny thing is, a freedom today, but it appears.
More so now.
Hold on.
The world is watching, even more so now. You've just put it out to the entire globe. So, I contacted the court. I said I'm coming back. They know I'm coming back. Why else have I come back? I've come back from a court case. I've come back to stand with you on the 26th. But maybe they don't want me standing outside Parliament with you. Okay? This is your rallying cry. The fight is in our country and the fight is on right now. Add my name to the hundreds of British men and women who have been put away for words on the internet. The tyrants are in power. If not now, then when? You know the decision I made to come back. I'm asking you, if you hadn't booked your train tickets, book your train tickets now. We want Keir Starmer to be looking out that window, because you know the intentions of all of his actions of locking everybody up is to put fear in you. Don't let him win. Don't let him win. Let him be watching live the hundreds of thousands of people who have gathered peacefully with smiles on their faces to send a message to the communist tyrants in power. You will not take our freedom, not without a fight. And I don't mean a physical fight. When you physically fight, you give them everything they want. The world is watching, even more so now. You've just put it out to the entire globe. This is the biggest promo for the 26th of October. I came back a week early because I thought they'd do this. I didn't have to come back till the day before. I come back a week early so you get to watch this video. Get yourself to London. If not just for me, for all the men and women, you get to hear my story. I'm sitting here now. I've got a platform. Do you know how many men are suffering right now in jail? Do you know I get the phone calls from their families of what they're going through? They're getting terrorised on Muslim-dominated wings. He's literally handed over law-abiding, working hard British men and women who are angry with their country. And he's fed them to the wolves. And thank you to you, because I know that last time it's tens of thousands of pounds to get a top KC. And unfortunately, I need a top KC because the other side always put their best guns out. So I hope we win that case, and I hope to be released from prison in the coming days, and I hope to be part of a date of history, the 26th of October. So get outside that jail, make sure that they hear when they phone home of the biggest gathering of British patriots this country's ever seen.
That's right, guys. That's right. And if you don't know where I'm gonna be or who I'm gonna be,
Our feds reflects on the streets of London, giving you hard-hitting news. Yeah, I'm the news and you hard-hitting news.
that's right, boys and girls. Be at London, or if you can't make it, be at Hafiz Reflects, where I will live stream the whole thing, the whole lot, the whole day. I'm planning to get there as early as possible, like maybe 8-9 o'clock in the morning if I can, and basically do multiple different sort of maybe 1 hour type streams, and then when the whole thing goes off at about 1, all the way to the end. So it'll be probably 1 till 4, a single stream if I can. It all depends on signal strength and my equipment essentially surviving. If not, I'll also have secondary cameras to record it so that I can post it afterwards. So either way, keep yourselves locked into Hafiz Reflects, because that will be where you will see it all. I'll be watching. Thank you, DEF. I know you be. You're the awesome one. You're you and I to the end. Okay, so we got Low and Phil. Phil, if you're fascist Phil, which I think you are, then I'll be honest, I just have some choice words for you, especially after that BS you pulled a few years back. So yeah, I don't think we forgot. Us Iranians are like, Italians. We hold vendettas for a very long time, pretty much lifetime. So, yeah. If Phil, I think Phil is fascist Phil. I'm pretty sure he is the same unruly individual who I consider to be. See you next Tuesday, in a big way. Okay, let's hear from another individual who is quite popular with the Tommy team. Hold on, let's rewind this.
Tommy is remanded till Monday morning. We have to make sure tomorrow, whoever is attending the rally, stay calm, because there will be many people to provoke us. We have to stay calm and show the world that we are the right people. We are not far right, we are not racist. We are right, we want best for our country. And please make sure no masks tomorrow, please. If you see anybody next to you with wearing mask, ask him to take it off or leave the rally. There might be infiltration by lefties. Make sure tomorrow we have to make it big for Tommy. This is for Tommy. Tommy fight for us for long. Tomorrow we are fighting for Tommy. So see you tomorrow in good, high, patriotic mood in the rally. God bless Britain.
Yes.
Tommy is remanded.
Yes. Thank you so much, the gentleman. Is it Harman Singh Kapoor? Harman Singh Kapoor is the gentleman who's always at all the events, really. He's a very, very devout Tommy fan and Sikh individual who is always there. So big up Harman. It looks like the boys are in town. We've got Voice of Wales. He's there with us. Let's just do it.
Heard the bad news, haven't
Yes, and you can hear the bells. Right, good afternoon. So do you want to say good afternoon? I interrupted you then. Sorry, Stan. That'll do, is it? So,
well, we've heard the bad news, haven't
yes, and you can hear the bells ringing as well. We're outside Westminster Arms. We are in London, and we've just found out the news that Tommy Robinson has been remanded into custody. Now, Stan, you made some great points.
Yeah, but I mean, this is kind of old news, guys and girls. We all know that he's now been released, so all is well with the world. He is not really in remand anymore. So there's no worries in that sense. These are again more messages from different people. Pretty much the common theme here, I just want everyone to know, is that everybody's looking for a peaceful day of just really the peaceful day of patriots gathering in order to singly in one voice say no to the plans of the communists and the Labour Party and the globalists.
So, there's an event tomorrow being held in London, Unite the Kingdom, and I'm going to be there. And I'll tell you why I'm going to be there, and I'll tell you why I want to be there. I'm going to be there because I believe it's the right thing to do, and I want to be there because I want to play my part in uniting the kingdom, in celebrating the nation. I want to play my part on ensuring the safety of the women and children that are going to be there. I want to be there so I can behave like a gentleman, so that it rubs off on other people and they behave like gentlemen. And I want to be there so when the mainstream media report their lies the following day, I can say, hey, that simply isn't true. I was there with open eyes and open ears. And I hope everybody comes with the same intentions. Non-bias, non-prejudice. I don't care what race you are, what God you pray to, or what your background is. If you are there tomorrow in London celebrating the nation and you want to unite the kingdom, we will work together and we will be brothers and sisters. And it's that simple. And I beg anyone that's going to be there not to give the left-leaning lunatics the ammunition they're so desperately looking for to denounce the event. There'll be provocateurs. Don't react. If you don't react, they lose. And they don't want us united. They love the division. It suits them. The more divided we are, the weaker we are, and the weaker we are, the easier it is to manipulate and control us. And that's just not the name of the game. We are coming together as one, and we need to remember that it's us that's still prepared to stand up for a safer future for our families. We are still the ones that believe that Great Britain has a chance of being great again. We are the ones that actually want change. We are the decent people. We are on the right side of history. So remember that and don't react. Have a very safe day and come and say hello.
All right. So that was one of Tommy's, I think, right-hand guys there, Liam Tufts. I've seen him with Tommy quite a lot, so yep, he's coming, and so will a lot of other people. I hope you can make it. If you're in the chat and if you're in the London area, do please come down and do it. Banksy, they haven't released Tommy. That was misreported. Check on X. I am checking on X. I'm literally on the Tommy Robinson X. I presumed that was it. Interesting then. Wait a minute. I'm going up, and no, I don't see. Admittedly, I don't see it. I had a quick chat with Tommy Robinson before he was held at the police station. Oh, okay. Let's play this one. I guess that's fake news, man. The news. We get fact checked immediately. Thank you, Based. Hold on 1 second, Based. I'll post the link if you want to jump on and have a chit chat with me. But you may find it echoey because I'm sharing my screen and sound, so you are gonna find it echoey, old son. But if anybody wants to, or if Base wants to, but I'm gonna just play this little clip. Nando's.
I'm meant to be meeting police in about 15 minutes, but they can fucking wait, right? They're going to remind me and hold me. I'm going to sit, I'm going to have my half a chicken, chips, plain, some boring, and 4 chicken thighs. And I can't wait, because for the next 12 months I'll probably be eating tins of tuna. So I expect to be remanded. There may be this little chance that I don't get remanded, and I'm there tomorrow. But regardless, we have prepared everything for this moment, so I expected it anyway. So I expected it when I landed at the border. It didn't happen when I landed at the border. Just remember this. If I'm in jail, if I'm gone, what am I in jail for? What is the accusation? The accusation is that I showed you the truth. That's it. The accusation is that I showed you what was factually on the computer system, school records, videos and witness testimonies that they didn't want you to see. And this is a question to ask. How many other stories are they lying to you about? How many other things are they hiding? How many other injunctions? Yes, I breached an injunction, yeah. Oh yeah, but you broke the injunction. Yeah, I did, yeah. Because the injunction gets in the way of freedom of speech and freedom of press, and it gets in the way of you, the British public, knowing the truth. They've deceived you and fooled you about so much. COVID, Brexit, all their lies through everything. The vaccine, everything is a lie. The war in Ukraine, bullshit, invading Iraq, Afghanistan, everything's been a lie. Yeah?
Okay, yeah. So I mean, there's clearly, this was pre-arrest, so there's nothing on his X about it at the moment. But we are here to welcome one of the greats, the man, the myth, the legend, from all the way from Wales himself, with his dog Trigger. That's right. It's Based Welshman in the house. How's it going, Base?
Good evening. Fucking hell.
Was that too much? Was that too much?
Just a little. Jennifer Lawrence look good though. So.
There you go. So you're saying that there isn't. I mean, you're right. There's nothing on his X account that I can see.
So if I just put in the search engine Tommy, I could put in Robinson, but it doesn't really matter.
Mm.
And then if I put in latest, then like you would see it. Like I put in Tommy released, and yeah, nothing again. So yeah, he's been remanded to Monday. Do you know why? Do you know why he's been remanded?
Well, I mean, it's under the terrorism charge of when he was first released back in this was it July? Right. Was it July?
Can you cut that video now? Because we're not playing it because I get crazy feedback.
Which video? Oh, shall I stop because you're getting
yeah, massive feedback.
Stop the sharing. Okay. How about now?
No one else is. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, right. So basically he's been arrested for not giving his PIN over on his phone when he left the country in July.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I mean. But that's under the Terrorism Act. You have to handle that stuff.
Section 7, yeah. So it disappoints me because what disappoints me about it all is that Golding got done for that a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
Golding
yeah,
got done exactly the same thing.
He got done
exactly the same thing. He didn't get bailed. Yeah, he didn't get bailed for 4 months, mind you. He didn't get bailed for 4 months like Tommy did. So the looks of things.
One moment. So they bailed. So they bailed him the last time they thingied him, but then they arrested him again when he came back. When if he's on bail, then he's on bail until his court date. Right?
Well, yeah, but for Golding, they nicked him at the airport for not cooperating and not giving his number out.
Yeah.
So they arrested him and charged him. With Tommy, they seem to have arrested him and bailed him from July to like basically until now, and then decided to charge him for not giving that's a bit weird. But what's even more weird is why is Tommy taking his phone out of the country? I understand his phone's got all his contacts with informants and all sorts of people that
from what I understand, I don't think he would have had his phone with him this time when he handed himself in. It was the previous one.
No, yeah, but why is he? Why in July when he left the country in the Eurotunnel was he carrying his mobile phone after what happened with Golding 3-4 years ago?
I don't know. I mean, maybe it's absent-minded.
Well, no.
Hold on 1 second before we get into this. I just need to. There's another gentleman in the back waiting to come on board. Another legend of these YouTube streets. The man, the myth, the legend. That's right. It's Manny Cinder.
Hey,
what's up, Manny?
Welshie! How's it going, brother?
Good evening. Good evening.
What are you guys talking about, Tommy?
Well, yeah, I'm just
talking about
confused. I'm just confused why he left the country in July with his work phone with him or his main phone with him, knowing what's happened to Golding previously. That you would just take a burner phone out, or sounds wrong, a burner phone, but a phone that just has your
basic
important
info.
phone numbers on.
Yeah, just very, very basic info.
Or just post his phone. Just post his phone out of the country.
Well, I don't think he was expecting to be arrested on the terrorism.
But why wasn't he expecting it?
Well,
because they know he knows what they're like. He knows they're on his case all the time. I don't understand why he didn't give it to someone.
He's been in and out of the country several times, and I don't know. Maybe he should have. Maybe it was a schoolboy error, but I don't think he was expecting to be arrested on the terrorism charges of all things.
Yeah. When thing is, when you know what they can do, if you don't, then the easy out would be. Just be a bit careful.
Golding, you see, the thing with the Golding situation was he was coming back from Russia after giving a speech at some, right-wing supremacist type event. So he was coming back into the country whilst Tommy was leaving the country. Usually you don't really get much crap from the Home Office when you're leaving. It's usually when you're coming back in is when things get...
Well, I think that's just immaterial whether you're coming back in or you're not. But for someone like Tommy, so what's happened with Paul Golding, I would suggest that his best ploy on all occasions would be to
just have more devices.
What are your suspicions getting at, Welshie? What do you think the real reason is of this?
Look, I'm known Tommy, quite distantly for a long time. My suspicions are he's just being Tommy and being just careless as fuck. That's my suspicions, and meaning he's not learning really. Obviously Paul Golding got smashed for it. He spent like a year inside for it or something, wasn't it? For bullshit and his principles, right? Yeah. You're just getting yourself into that firing range where they could hang that over your head, and you'll be in the same situation as Golding would have been in.
I do know one thing. I will agree with you. If we cast our mind back when Tommy stood for election, two people had milkshake thrown at them during that election. One was obviously Tommy, and one was Nigel Farage. Now, when Tommy had the liquid thrown at him, everybody surrounded the Muslim chap and gave him a few smacks. Now, when Nigel Farage had milkshake thrown at him, he essentially cowered away, did not confront the person who threw it, and became a PR marvel overnight. Now, I'm no PR guru whatsoever, or I don't advise anyone. But if I had been appointed as Tommy's PR person, say on a theoretical basis, that would have been my advice. Don't attack him. Just go and try to talk to him and say, "Why did you do that? I am not your enemy." And that kind of really gave me an indication then that he lacks people that he can trust, that also knows how the greater media situation works. And if we take that formula and look at a lot of things, I think he doesn't have the best advice. Having said all that, sorry, Banksy, one more thing. Having said all that, just imagine being Tommy. It's very difficult to trust anybody.
Yeah. And one thing I want to say, no, Tommy and Farage were not the only two. Sargon of Akkad had milkshake thrown on him, and a couple of kippers. Someone actually threw 2 kippers at him as well. So yeah, you may have missed that, but that was when Sargon or Carl Benjamin was running for MEP with UKIP.
Yeah. So they had that. Who's that? Milo Yiannopoulos was there as well. Amazingly enough,
with Carl or with?
Yeah, with Carl. He went. He went to like Stratford or Fleet or somewhere.
Maybe he did some events, but I remember this was down in like Cornwall area. Simon Sideways was actually acting as
bodyguard. Yeah,
bodyguard for Carl.
Yeah. So it all got kicked off. Simon's tires got slashed. 2 tires got slashed.
Yeah.
And basically they sort of manhandled these soy boys on the floor, but it was so funny because they come in. You know that meme video of a soy boy attacking some patriot, and they're like waving their arms stupidly, and you're like, wow, this isn't someone who can fight. It was a bit like that. They were holding them down, and they didn't really punch him, but it was funny.
Which one? The one that threw milkshake on Tommy?
No, the one was Akkad. So like
on Charles. Sorry.
Milo it was. They attacked Milo as well.
They attacked Milo as well at the same event. Yeah. Interesting, Carl. Yeah, you see, the thing is with the Carl one, I didn't see the whole thing. I saw something was thrown at him. Then I saw him go into some van, and then he was wearing a T-shirt because he was wearing a suit before. Obviously, that must have got covered in whatever they threw at him. And then whilst he was wearing a T-shirt, giving another interview, 2 kippers came flying at him. That was classic, though. That is like the most quintessential British thing.
British. I was literally going to say that when you said it first
with
time.
a couple of kippers.
So British. Yeah.
Smoke me a kipper. I'll be back before breakfast. I don't know if you guys know the
Carl
reference.
said, "What a waste! What a waste!"
I know. You can just pick them up. Actually, I mean, I'm sure you could have picked them up and recovered, and just wash them and cook them, because they were raw kippers, whole raw kippers.
So tomorrow, let me tell you what's going to happen tomorrow. So tomorrow, everyone's going to join up. Everyone's going to be barefaced. The police aren't going to put a 60 AA in place. They're not going to do it because they know that all patriots are going barefaced.
What's 60 AA?
60 AA. So section 60 AA on it's like public order is referring to no face coverings. So they've been telling people they can't cover their faces, and they've been using legislation.
But
that's the legislation.
But the Palestinians ignore that constantly, and police do nothing about it.
Well, that's correct, because they don't generally put a 60 AA in place. So what's going to happen is, because they know the patriots are going to be barefaced, they're not going to put a 60 AA in place, 100%. And the reason why they're not is because they're going to go covered up. So you're going to get all the far leftists and all the other degenerates.
All covered up, like the Antifa types. They won't put a thick order in so that those guys can go and start basically trying to rile up the Patriots.
And they'll just, but basically the police will then just allow it. So my thing tomorrow is most probably not to go live at those times, because I think the reception is just going to be a shower of shit.
I've got a question about Antifa, actually, gents. So I've noticed from some of the images I've seen of some of the chaps that are members of Antifa, they always, in America and in the UK, and I know it's a terrorist organization in America now, but in both, especially in America though, but as well as in the UK, they always seem to have these earring things in. They're not earrings or whatever they are. It's like a hoop, but it's blended into their ear. To where the kind of the stud would go, a ring is forced and it becomes a rather loop of the earlobe. What's all that about?
Well, it looks like a prostitute's asshole after being trained by about 20 guys.
Prostitute's asshole. After being railroaded.
There's that punch after the milkshake.
That's it.
They're not always like that, but that would be one of the sort of visual things. They got the old multicolored hairs, of course.
Yes,
so we can have blue,
true,
orange, green.
But that's a very lefty thing anyway.
Well, yeah, but what you're going to have is a lot of face coverings of multiple different things. That you have the people with the glasses on, and all have glasses on because they know that's the big thing. Get the glasses on, and obviously the face will be covered up as well. But yeah, they're going to be very much the black ninja types. That Antifa are all dressed the same, really, innit? So that's their thing. So you won't really see the hair so much, but they'll be all covered up and dressed roughly the same.
We've got insect eater Steve Atheist going by the name of Steve of Southall in the chat.
Is he?
Banksy,
Is Steve in the chat?
Your boyfriend is there. Look.
Big up, Steve. Big up, Steve of Southall. Although I don't think Steve of Southall will show up tomorrow, because unfortunately, Steve is, if he's in any way affiliated with Reform, he will not be allowed to
He'll be there.
be at the event.
He will not be allowed.
He'll be there in the sidelines.
That's what I mean. That's what he may be in the background or something, but he won't be front and center, because it will reflect on his Reform affiliation.
He's busy eating spiders in fucking Thailand. Love you long time.
I don't think. I mean, I know he ate the bugs at was it Waterloo or something, but I haven't seen him eat anything after that. Although, mind you, I have had some questionable kebabs in my time, so I'm not entirely sure the kebabs I've had were any better than millipedes and cockroaches, and there probably were elements of millipedes and cockroaches in those kebabs, just grounded up really well. and what is it? Grasshoppers. So yeah, I'll be eating something in Thailand. All right. But anyway, Steve, if you do show up, come and say hello if you catch me. I'm gonna be in the press area, so it'll be right at the front. So I don't know if you guys want to get yourselves to the front, because that's a problem. So you might want to just be in the shadows. The thing is, if I can get my camera set up at the front and pre-record what's happening at the stage, I might want to roam around a little bit and try to catch other areas with the live stream. I don't know, because there's so many people live streaming the main event anyway in much better quality than my camera will probably be able to handle. So it'll be like I'm not actually sure about Street Mic, but there'll be a professional setup.
Look, Steve is trying to control your show. He's saying, have you read the Jamal case notes? Because Hope Not Hate has sent him a PDF perfectly to bring into your show.
Everybody has. I've read it through Veli's. If you go on Veli's, he covered it all. I know the segments. There's 3 critical segments where they're saying there was no evidence for what he claimed. One of them was distinctly, the one I remember, was the actual young girl getting hit by a hockey stick. She claimed Jamal hit her with a hockey stick.
Look, you're on a hook. Look, read them before you go, Banksy.
No. Because I went on Veli's. Veli covered all that. And one of the segments was, the girl who said that Jamal hit her with a hockey stick There was no evidence for it. There was no doctor's reports. There was no accident report in the school, and there was no prescription for any drugs that she would be taking for painkillers. So there was literally no evidence except that girl's own confession about this event. There's no corroborating evidence. So that's one of the key sections that they got him on that video. And then there
You're
were
going to be targeted. You're going to be targeted for being fair and equal, Banksy.
Well,
you are not.
all I'm saying is
you are
that
not to be fair and equal.
No. You see the critical area that most people are missing is that there are three elements in that entire documentary which were founded to be libelous, as in there was no evidence. But the judge banned the entire video based on three segments, rather than, if it was truly a fair, just system, they would say you have to cut those three sections if you wish to release this video, and then you can release it because those three sections are libelous. But they didn't give him any option. They're like, no, you're not allowed to release this video ever, because there was a considerable amount of truth in there. There was literally hidden camera recordings of teachers confessing to the fact they got paid to shut up about this whole thing. So, I mean, what most people are missing is that they're all focused on, oh, well, he libeled the kid about this and these three things. But that's an hour and a half, I think, I don't know, maybe 2-hour documentary with three segments of it being untrue, whilst everything else being truthful. You can't just dismiss all of the rest just because three sections were, there was no evidence. Or
you will dismiss it as soon as you start getting a brown paper bag with loads of money in it, Banksy. Don't you worry about it.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying that there was a large. I mean, the main narrative of the documentary was that we are living in a extremely corrupt society, political landscape, and a media landscape which is in cahoots with the political arm, which we know this anyway. We've known this for decades. Operation Mockingbird is extremely, well known now. So we know that the government and the government agencies have got people embedded in media organizations in order to run a particular narrative.
Do you think Steve's one of those people?
Not really. No, not at all. Actually,
Who would you say? So statistically speaking, you made a very good point, a very intelligent point. I don't like calling you intelligent, Banksy, but you made a very good intelligent point there. So who would you say from the online speakers corner or the speakers corner community? Who would you say, if not? You've already answered it. It's not you believe it's not Steve. Who would you say is the most likely candidate that could possibly be?
Like an embedded person from some kind of agency.
Yeah,
at speakers
an
corner.
agent. Yeah, either at the corner or on the online community.
Well, they're definitely in the online community, and they're definitely done Speakers Corner. So that's two things I think we can agree on.
But what about people that were mentioned in a book and have been online? So they're kind of one. So they're the obvious ones.
So like who are you on about now?
That Clown World and all them lot. So that's obvious.
Oh, Clown World and Athena and the other lady.
And all them lot. All Steve's pals.
Mandy Mosley, something like that.
Yeah.
So you actually think they're all part of the?
No. I said they were mentioned in that book, that Nick Knowles book. So they were mentioned. So that's possibilities, right? So who else do you think could be an agent? Because statistically speaking, and Welsh, you have to come in here and tell me what you think. Statistically speaking, some of the main guys online have to be an agent, right?
So statistically, yes. If you want me to put a name to my suspicions, you won't be getting that from me tonight.
I honestly wouldn't be able to know. I mean, I wouldn't be able to name anyone as such. There are plenty of leftists in Speaker's Corner.
There must be at least 2 to 3 that regularly go to Speaker's Corner, off and on. Yeah, so that they'll be there on a irregular basis over a 2-year period, and they just keep on They just keep on, they'll have their time there, and they'll move them on. Nothing will happen. No one will know. The guy will just disappear. You'll never see him again.
Maybe, or I mean, if you think that they're rotating them, but I actually think there are probably embedded people there in regards to the Muslims. I mean, they've had sting operations on several Muslims in Speaker's Corner, and some of them are in jail now for terrorism charges, because one of the cameramen of Ali Dawa and Adnan Rashid was caught running a ISIS site. So they're definitely going to be infiltrators in the Muslim ranks for sure. Whether they are in the non-Muslim, the thing is, I don't think Speaker's Corner for the right wing, there is enough material there for them to really have anyone to penetrate the right wing at Speaker's Corner, because there really isn't a real substantial right wingers there. It's like, a lot of communists, Muslims, and Christians. That's the bulk of Speaker's Corner at the moment. So I don't really know. I mean, I would imagine there may be infiltrators within the Christian side to possibly keep an eye on any radicalization coming out of that. 100% there are infiltrators on the Muslim side. 100%. I mean, Speaker's Corner is a honeypot.
The based Christians are quality down there. Speaker's Corner at the moment.
Yeah, but what I mean is they are susceptible to radicalization just as much as anyone. I don't think Christians are somehow immune to this stuff. So if there is anyone who may be inclined towards right-wing, like, Ralph. I mean, maybe Ralph even was one of these, like, I don't know. I mean, I think Ralph was just trolling, but who knows what data was Ralph collecting over that period.
No, I don't think Ralph was trolling. There was something very suspicious about him, whether he was a agent or not, or what happened, something in between. We don't know. But like Tan, when he got to when he went too far, everybody, including the right as well as the left, I mean, the left did far before the right did, called him out for being an absolute prick.
Well, yeah, but not only that, they literally had plainclothes agents on the second, I think it was the second time, when he read out his quote-unquote manifesto and he mentioned the N-word like 12 times in it. He just like constantly referred to the black people.
Yeah, but the problem with the N-word, I mean, obviously it's a disgusting, horrible word when it's used in that particular context. But the problem with the N-word is that members of the black community themselves use it, especially in America, less so obviously in this country. And it's kind of been brought into a certain culture that, those that listen to things like hip hop and stuff like that. So, essentially the word means black anyway, doesn't it? It doesn't necessarily, it's the context in which it was used. But when he was unable to kind of show the context he was using it, which wasn't free speech, I myself, went against Tan. So that was the end of him. Not because of me, but people like me that were like no longer willing to kind of say that this is free speech.
Yeah, but I mean, he was obviously doing it for antagonistic purposes and trying to get people riled up. That's why he did the Muslim thing. Then he read out his manifesto, and where he insulted just about every category of people that he could possibly think of. I mean, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe Mongolians.
Okay, but isn't that the essence? Isn't that the essence of free speech?
Well, I mean, in a weird way, a lot of people were saying, yeah, he's kind of pressing the free speech line here as far as it can go.
Well, whether you agree, right. The thing is with free speech, it's uncomfortable. It's disgusting. It can be, degrading. It can be many awful things. But that would be free speech, true free speech, wouldn't it? As long as you're not projecting violence.
I'm actually agreeing with you, and that's not the reason why Tan actually really got kicked out of the country. He got kicked out of the country and then subsequently arrested because he
you know that other fact. You know that other fact.
Yeah, Lucy Brown. Yeah.
But you see, talking of Tan, he looks very military to me. I mean, if you looked at his physique, if you looked at his physique, he looked like a proper agent.
I don't know, but he certainly became a very creepy stalker of Lucy Brown, in which then subsequently He got
so
arrested.
that's right.
deported.
He got kicked out the country for Lucy Frown. That's what he got kicked out the country.
Yeah,
It wasn't that he said the N or whatever down Speaker's
No,
Corner.
no. It was nothing to do with all that stuff. That stuff got him attention, and it got also the attention of authorities, and he got put under the spotlight for that. But he actually got in legal trouble because he became some weird stalker of sending dick pics to Lucy Brown and unsolicited communications of very
You can
weird
just
type.
imagine Lucy and Tan together, can you? Like that perfect couple.
Oh yeah, clearly. But the thing is that Lucy kind of came off the scene for a long time, and he was still kind of obsessed about it. In fact, I think this was, Steve was actually at Speaker's Corner when Tan got arrested. I don't know whether it was last year or the year before. It was either last year or 2022.
He didn't get arrested in Speaker's Corner.
Yeah, he got arrested at Speaker's Corner. That's where they found him. That's where they caught up with him. He was already wanted, but he then entered the country, and I guess the police didn't really know where he was. Then he came to Speaker's Corner, and they got him. And in fact, I got there that day, except I got there late in the day. He was arrested already in the morning when I got there. Steve was there when they did it. He was arrested at the corner. Yeah, there you go. Steve and Andy. They were there.
Steve, get on here as well. Get on here.
No,
I want to speak to him.
Yes, Steve, get on here. Let's understand the reason why you call that Indian guy a Paki when he questioned the transgender thing.
Look. He's just like my nan. They say things like that. It's nan speak.
Old school. It's old school racism.
Nothing meant by it. There's nothing meant by it.
It's just some good old fashioned racism. There's nothing meant by it.
It's not. I don't like an Indian. It's foreign muck. What do you want to go to those foreign countries for?
They all smell like curry. They do.
Or as she would say, go down the baggies and get yourself some penny sweets. Give me
India? I don't want to go to fucking India.
Go down the P corner. Go down the P corner and get yourself some penny sweets.
The funny thing is that they're Hindus. She didn't know, and that's exactly how she,
When I think back to my childhood,
Steve.
The level of the funny thing is, although I never felt racism was directed at me directly, but I actually think of certain events that my friends and certain things they were doing, and I was like, holy shit. These were some racist shit. For a few days, it wasn't that long. It was like 1 or 2 days. Every time one of the Indian girls in our class would go into a corner, they'd pretend that a shop got built because all the Indians own all the corner shops. That's some fucked up shit. It only occurred to me now how incredibly wrong that was.
But do you know why India was not allowed to play in the World Cup for several years?
Why?
Every time they got a corner, they built a shop.
And this is what I mean. It's exactly that kind
I haven't heard that joke for about 30 years.
Exactly.
Because that was the last time anyone told it.
But I do remember it from decades ago.
Holy shit. Holy shit. But I mean, it sort of dawned on me now. Well, not now. It dawned on me like 25 years ago that, we were dicks. We were real dicks to these girls. But it didn't last long. It didn't last long. It was like 1 or 2 day joke that kind of fell flat most of the time. And we moved on. But we were fucking assholes. It's like,
I want to speak to Steve. Steve, get on here. I want to speak to you about Ukraine.
Well, someone is saying they're Steve. I don't know if they're Steve, but let me do a little thing so we can monitor these people.
If he doesn't want to come on, don't.
Well, I gotta confirm first. Steve, is that you?
He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to come on. He doesn't want to come on.
It's Phil.
Is that you, Steve? Yes.
Yes, it is. I can't be long. So
sorry, Steve. Allow me. I have to give you a proper introduction. ladies and gentlemen, we have a former candidate for MP for Southall, Ealing Southall.
And he lost.
Steve
Manny, you are such a cheeky git. How many votes have you ever got in your life, Manny, for anything?
More, mate, I've had more farts than you've had votes. Mate.
Come on, how many votes have you ever had? I had 2,500. I had 2,500 votes in Southall, and I had 14,500 votes in the Southwest GLA election. So I wonder how close you've come to that, Manny.
Steve, are you proud of that?
I'm very proud of it.
I think he should be. To be fair,
absolutely. Manny's just got a chip on his shoulder about me. Everybody, I don't quite know why. But
I think Steve, the next.
Well, you are a bit of a twat sometimes, Steve.
Are you planning?
Well, aren't we all? Aren't we all? Everyone, if you're not a bit of a twat from time to time, you're not living life properly, are you?
To be honest with you, if people don't think you're a twat or an asshole once in a while, then you're not doing something. You're doing something wrong.
Exactly.
If you're crushing it, haters are going to hate.
You're looking at this.
Anyway, I said I can't be long, I'm afraid, guys. I'm just waiting to pick someone up. So fire your questions quickly at me. Go on, Welshie, you first. You said you wanted to ask me something.
Okay, because obviously we've had chats recently-ish down the corner with Ukraine and Pavlov and the subject of Pavlov. And I don't think he should be in the country. I think he should be in his homeland fighting for his people instead of being on a soapbox at Speaker's Corner weekly talking shit online.
Can I just say, he hasn't actually been at Speaker's Corner for a fair few months now. I know he used to be a regular, but he's not actually been coming for some while. I think he's still in the country, so I guess your point on whether he's here or Ukraine still stands. But he's not.
I see him at the weekly Ukraine protest down Downing Street and all that.
He didn't come to the. He's kind of boycotted at Speaker's Corner for a while because he had this guy who kept coming.
You're all frozen. That didn't last long. Can you hear me?
Oh
yeah, we can hear you, Steve.
Yeah, Steve, I say the reason Pavlov hasn't come to Speaker's Corner is because he got in a fight with a particular guy who keeps coming there to fight him, essentially, and so he's like screwed his place. So he's busy with his, but he is still, I think, every Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, something like that, or Wednesday, Saturday.
I mean, to be honest, in response to your point, Welshie, I mean, there are tens of thousands of people out marching for Palestine. I guess you probably would be consistent and say that they should all be over in Gaza. They shouldn't be on the streets of London. For consistency.
Well, my opinion's quite level on that. If you care so much, you should go out there. But that's much a bit light.
As long as you're consistent and you think no one can protest about foreign conflict anywhere.
I do think Pavlov, being a fighting age man of under 35, which he is, he is very outspoken about it. And I think that he should go out in his homeland and fight for his country and his fellow countrymen. And then his opinion about war at all costs, and not to give an inch, and to get NATO involved, which would indirectly cause directly cause World War III. I think his opinions might change a little bit because just to finish it off, Ukraine's in a hell of a fucking mess at the moment. They're losing ground and men, and the Russians are, but the Russians are moving forward, and they're moving forward. And Ukraine, I'm amazed they've survived as much as they have. But it's getting to the stage now.
Putin thought the war was going to last 3 days. There's no more surprise than Putin, I should imagine.
Well, without NATO's help. Not without the aid, from the Western countries, then it would have been all over.
So I thought I thought you were going to have questions for me, but I'll say two things in response to what you just said. You'll have to be quick. The only role in war is not physically fighting. So to say that Pavlov cannot perform another role, which can also be performed anywhere on the world, that helps his nation win the invasion, the violent invasion that another nation state has done. As I say, the only role is not physically fighting, and I think probably Pavlov is doing a lot more here in Britain than any other Ukrainian that's here in Britain. That's the first point. And my second point is there's only one person that started this war, and that is Putin. As I've said this many times before, to recreate new Russia, which he's stated is on record. He's stated it numerous times. NATO is a red herring. Russia needs to ensure, and we're probably going to have the same coming up in Moldova, because you know about the referendum and the election that they've recently had in Moldova. Moldova is another state that Putin cannot handle making its own decisions, just like he couldn't handle Georgia making their own decisions, just like he can't handle any states that used to be in the Soviet Empire. Putin cannot handle any of those states making their own decisions, and that's what these states are doing, one by one by one. Speak to Estonia if you want to understand independent nation states fear that Putin's going to do the same to those. Estonia are shitting themselves, which is why I'm very proud that Britain very recently has announced that we're sending in protective forces into Estonia to help.
We haven't got forces in the country to protect ourselves against in any war.
Well, why
the fuck are we sending money to Estonia?
Well,
because we
Steve,
think the sovereignty and the protection of European countries is important.
Right, it was just announced today that if we came under sort of any directed attack, we wouldn't have a force to protect ourselves. So what about the sovereignty to our own country we look after?
Well, I don't think our sovereignty is a threat, is it?
America,
to be frank,
for that. But quickly,
as
Steve,
well, yeah.
I just want to.
Let's move on.
Manny has some questions, and I know that you don't have a lot of time, so I just want to get to Manny's questions for you. I just want to confirm again, how much of a sort of oil massage did you give Nick Knowles, and did you give him a reach around?
Sorry, I thought he was giving it to me. I was giving it to him, was I?
I'm not sure. Maybe there was some exchange of hands or something going on. It was a very confusing time. Anyway, moving on. Manny, ask your questions.
So let's start off with the easiest thing, Steve. So you once came onto my live stream and you insisted there was no way that any of the Ukrainian army were Nazis, and as I'm sure
I did not say that. It's well known that there are very small numbers.
I'll make a video of you.
Oh, you're really going to waste your energy on that. Anyway, crack on. What's your question?
Can you now confirm that you believe that the Azov Brigade, which is a section of the Ukrainian army, is in fact a Nazi organization?
It's an irrelevant point. Ukraine is not a Nazi
Answer the question,
country.
Steve. Answer the question.
It's an irrelevant point. It's not relevant.
Is it a Nazi group or
Ukraine
is
not? Why are you perpetuating this Putin propaganda that wants to make us all believe that Ukraine is a Nazi state?
I take your answer as that
Ukraine is not a Nazi state.
It certainly was pre-22. You can go to search anything.
Ukraine was Nazi state pre-22. You saw it.
But neo-Nazis definitely were.
What, under Yanukovych? Under who was it Nazi?
No, they were actually running as council members of those areas which Putin.
Doesn't make it a Nazi state, does it? Doesn't make it a Nazi nation.
It doesn't make Ukraine a Nazi state.
You said Nazi state, mind you, but the point we're making is
actually running council. They were actually appointed council members of those.
What is your point?
It's infiltrated throughout Ukraine, and all the left-wing papers were all saying it pre-22. There's loads of articles from the Guardian and stuff.
Infiltrated throughout by Nazis.
Not throughout.
According to the left and right newspapers, they were pre-22.
No, let me try and
infiltrating the entire breadth of the state.
No, Steve, this is the God honest truth. The Azov battalion was sent there by the Ukrainian government in order to suppress and crush any kind of rebellion in those regions.
Where?
in the
Sent where?
Donbass,
In the Donbass.
yeah, the whole region. They were purposefully placed there to be brutal to any of the pro-Russian groups, because there were pro-Russian uprisings in that area for a while. From time to time they would flare up. So they sent these Nazis to crush the Ukrainians, to the Russians there. That's why Putin did what he
So
did.
you just said they sent the Nazis there to suppress the Russians. So the Russians were already in the country, yeah?
No.
The Russians were already in the country. You said
that was the border of Russia and Ukraine, and those people.
But where were these alleged Nazis suppressing who?
1 minute, 1 minute. This is so low IQ. Okay, listen, Steve.
Low IQ, Manny.
But that is actually true. That is actually true.
1 minute. 22nd of September 2023, Yaroslav Hunka, a Ukrainian Canadian who fought in the SS division of Glacia of the
Why are you so interested in Ukraine, Manny? Manny, why are you so fascinated by Ukraine?
Let me make his case.
This is the last thing that I thought you were going to have to ask me about.
Guys,
Don't run.
let him make his case.
Don't worry about it. Let me finish. So his name was Yaroslav Hunka, a Ukrainian Canadian who fought in the SS division of the Glacia of the military wing of the Nazi Party, the Waffen SS, was invited to the House of Commons of Canada to be recognized by the.
And what's that got to do with me sitting in Britain standing up for Ukraine? What's that got to do with me, a British man, sitting in his car in London, sticking up for Ukraine against Russia? What's a man visiting the Canadian Parliament got to do with me sitting in my car in London, sticking up for Ukraine?
Shut your mouth and let me answer it then. Okay.
Well, this wasn't that allegedly didn't happen before the war. You said it was a precursor to the war. It happened after the war started.
Yeah, but these individuals were the ones who were in that area where Putin was saying our Russian.
And what did the Canadian Parliament do afterwards? After that happened, what did the Canadian Parliament do? They apologised, didn't they? They apologised,
because the fact
they
is
didn't know what they were doing.
But
you should do.
It's a sign
so
of
if they
how
apologised
this propaganda
afterwards,
works.
what were they apologising for?
No, the fact
what were
is,
they apologising for afterwards?
Steve, you've got to acknowledge.
These are irrelevant red herrings. Come on now.
No. But
So another
Steve,
thing,
you've got to acknowledge.
Okay, let's move on to something else, Manny. Move on to something else. This is boring.
So I released a video of you calling an Indian man, or referring to him. Sorry,
I did not. And who was that man? Who was that man?
I'll have to dig his name up. But you
there was no man. You edited a video. Manny,
why did you do that?
Okay, do you want to ask a question? Then shut up and let me answer.
Yeah, but
you edited a video.
You need to allow
You've
me
asked
to
a fucking question. Excuse my language, thanks. You've asked your question. You made it clear what your question is. You don't want me to answer. You just want to rant, don't you, Manny?
I do.
Well, then shut up and let me answer. You've asked your question.
All you want to do is interject and control the narrative.
You've asked a question. Clearly, you don't want to know the answer.
You know what? I'm going to allow you to answer so I can then.
You're very kind. That is the point of asking questions, isn't it? You edited a video. You edited a video to present a narrative which was completely wrong narrative. The point I was making, and I remember it reasonably well that night, and it was after dark at Speaker's Corner, I was making the point that why is homophobia any more wrong than racism? And therefore, I used a homophobic term, and then I used a racist term to make the comparison that racism is no less evil or more evil than homophobia. So you're not listening, are you? You're not listening to me. You don't want to listen.
And this is why you didn't listen to my full point, because you wanted to go off on a rant. You should have let me finish my point so you could come in. So I'm saying I agree with
Who's he? I wasn't talking about an individual. It was
what we know as referred to as the little Indian, or that's the term that Raj coined and everybody.
It was a generic conversation about homophobia and racism.
Steve, shut your mouth.
It wasn't about individuals.
Agree with you that he was being homophobic, most likely. I didn't hear it, but I'm going to take your word in the video that he was most likely being homophobic. So why is it that you had to refer to him as a Paki as a consequence?
We were talking about homophobic terminology versus racist terminology. You know, I was not making a racist slur against an individual any more than I was making a homophobic slur against an individual.
No, we all heard it.
What was the slur? What was the slur?
You referred to him as a packy.
Stop it, Banksy. Will you stop doing that, Banksy? The whole point of the conversation was I was saying racism is as wrong as homophobia, wasn't I? That was my objective. Well, do you accept that point?
Sorry, bear with me.
You were.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black.
Okay, carry on.
Stop it, Banksy.
Do you accept that point, Manny? That the purpose of that conversation was me saying homophobia is as bad and as wrong as racism. That was my point, wasn't it? But you misrepresented that point in the little video that you put out. That Steve's a racist.
I understood.
Which you knew was not correct.
Let me answer that. So I understood that was the point you were making. But
Well, that wasn't the point of your video, though, was it?
The analogy that you were making ridiculous. If somebody is homophobic, it's not the same as racism.
Oh, it is, my friend. You see, that's where you and I disagree. And I'm on the side of the law that says homophobia is as wrong as racism. But I know you don't believe that because you're quite casual about homophobia, aren't you? You think it's legitimate. Yet they are actually
you're
equal.
on the side of the law because the law always states it's okay for transgender gay men.
We're not talking about trans. We weren't talking about trans. We were talking about homophobia.
This is you. You are okay with transgender men or gay men or.
You're changing the conversation to suit your own narrative again, Manny.
Part of who you are.
Look, gentlemen,
The conversation that night, the video that you edited to present another narrative was about homophobia versus racism. Don't try and twist and turn it into something else now to suit your view.
Gentlemen, we all know that if you're homophobic, it is clear you are.
Honestly, this is as funny as it is. All you're doing is derailing the conversation. We might even, I know Steve is a bit of a snake, but we might even get something here. But what I'm saying to you, Steve,
Banksy's got new software though, and he's just shown it off.
I worked hard on these little clips.
I'm sorry, on what front, Manny, on what front is homophobia not as serious as racism?
As serious as racism, it's not the same as racism.
No, but how is one worse than the other?
Well, his point on the video was not homophobia. His point was that he was referring to Sophia Lewis, that is not a woman. That was his point.
Well, that would have been
transphobia. Actually, transphobia is also protected by the law.
Technically, yeah, just like
it or not.
Yeah, but it's also okay. The law also says it's okay for grown men in dresses to go into children's toilets. That's not okay.
Well, that's another subject. Again, you're suddenly changing the subject.
You also agree with.
Look,
right, exactly.
Look. If a grown man with
I
fully
played
attached
the clip
male
of you
parts,
on my live stream saying that it's okay.
Sorry, I thought you would just say. Maybe I think I'm just misunderstood something you just said. I thought you said I disagree with men in dresses going into children's changing rooms, and I certainly do disagree with that.
No,
look. If a grown man
to be
with
clear.
male parts goes into girls' changing rooms, personally, in my opinion,
you're going to jail. You're going to jail.
Yeah, but the point you're making there, Steve, to be fair, is transphobic legally, because obviously if that person identifies,
I said into
if that person let me finish my point. If that person identifies as a lady, and as we know, they're like 6'3" with a fucking beard.
Yeah, I think probably what we. Oh, I'm going to have to go now because my lift's coming up. It was an absolute pleasure. I did warn you from the start.
Transphobic. You transphobic.
I did warn you. Bye.
He did say he's going to be short because he was waiting.
Yeah.
And his car's here.
But legally, he's given it the legal definition of homophobia and stuff, saying it's the same under the law. Well, he then made a transphobic comment, and I'm not having a pop at him for saying it.
Well, technically, yeah.
Saying-
I mean, saying that men can't go into women's changing room.
A man in a dress shouldn't go in children's changing rooms, right? Now,
Exactly.
or female change, or male even, if it was the other way around. Now, he's right in saying that, but that's transphobic.
Technically, I think, yeah. I mean, this is where things are getting a little bit fuzzy at the moment because a lot of.
But the thing is, he was making the reason why I made the point is because he was making the point with Manny. He was making the point with Manny, saying homophobia and everything else. Well, actually, he made the comment that must made it
Welshie, I already have him on the live stream, and I've played it before when I was ripping him a new one. That he's actually said he's okay with those types of men going into children's toilets. I've played it before. It's on one of the live streams.
So what I would do then, Manny, if I was you, is put the two together and put it as a short clip.
There's so much. I mean, there's so much of his shenanigans, and when you search for it and when you hear it, you just realise how much he flip flops, and that's
he's done a Kamala Harris. He's done a 180. He's done a complete 180. If that's the case, if you've got him on a live saying that a man that identifies as a lady is allowed in a female-only space, then he's just completely 180'd it just now. If that's the case.
Well, look, I jumped on to say hi to Banksy and I jumped on to kind of say hi to Welshie as well, because I don't really get an opportunity to be on the same panel as Welshie, because he's got a bit of a VIP, and I'm glad I did, and it was a bonus. Like, even though he's a complete, you know what, hope not hate Steve, at least he jumped on and he had a conversation. So. Yeah. You can't be too. Anyway, I'm gonna go watch a movie and do what I need to do. So I'll love you and leave you. Thank you everybody in the chat.
Are you out tomorrow, Manny?
No, probably not, to be honest. Just because I've got so much work on. I would love to, but I'm just snowed under. Yes, Banksy.
From the bottom of my heart, I just want to say everything you did on this panel was
mentally deficient / retarded / dripping with autism, just spewing.
So thank you for being here.
I mean, as funny as these little clips are, all you did was ruin a perfectly good debate. And the reason that I messaged you while I was doing my live stream earlier is like we could have a proper one-on-one debate, because Popcorn Khan or whatever his name was from Low IQ Block came over and distracted us.
Oh, you're talking about the God thing. You're talking about that's
here and you're playing this.
That's not part of this particular show. This show is not about that. This show is really more
to be a moron. Yeah, to be moronical. Exactly, to be a moron. An imbecile. Yeah, like the dumbest motherfucker that ever lived.
Yeah, that's the sort of baseline for this show.
I don't know why you're attacking me like that, mate.
No. I'm saying this is what this show is. So we can't have that conversation at this particular show, because that's what I'm playing. That's what I'm dealing with at this particular show. Is low IQ stuff. Some of it might be, but it's mostly actually to talk about tomorrow's event and promote everyone.
So what
to
are you referring as low IQ stuff?
The stuff that I do on this show.
Oh, I see. I thought you were saying that the discussion.
I wasn't having a dig at you. No, I was actually pointing out this show's standards of sort of conversation at the moment. I mean, I can't wait.
And then work that into meat. Give your meat a good old rub.
That's the kind of standard we're looking at here. But
anyway,
thank you, man. Thank you for being here.
Bro. Banksy, fuck you prick.
Oh, Manny.
Nice one, thanks.
Yes.
Nice one, Manny. Sorry.
I should have played this in between when they're talking over each other, but I always find it hard to play this clip at the right moment.
Shut the fuck up. Shut all the way the fuck up until you reach the top of Shut Fuck Mountain, where there are no more fuck ups to shut.
It's hard to find that moment. You got to time it. You got to time it right.
Okay, so
okay, let's get back to
the Met Police has just made a statement 4 hours ago. It says We are aware that Stephen Yaxley, aka Tommy Robinson, has been arrested by Kent Police. He was arrested following a direction from the High Court that a warrant to issue his attendance in court next week should be executed this afternoon. So,
So
that statement,
essentially, he's not out till next week.
yeah. So we understand that the warrant requires him to be detained until he can be transferred into custody of the court on Monday.
That's what I
So it
actually heard
says-
from
Yes.
from the various messages that he's not going to get out till Monday. But then all of a sudden, this Narinda Kaur or whatever, and she posted, and this is on the Mail. Sorry, this was posted on the Mirror. This wasn't just some someone on Twitter just posting, "Oh, he's out." This was an article from from the Mirror. So I don't know. I mean, would you think that they would check that? It's unbelievable. There are people on Twitter that are more reliable than the friggin' Mirror. How is that a thing?
Yeah, so I'm just going through what the Met have released. The Met sets up policing plans ahead for Saturday's protests, and it's saying there will be
Oh,
increased
no,
presence.
you're right. Look, Nick Lowles actually has posted, Tommy Robinson has been remanded into custody. He will now miss his own demo this weekend. So, the same Norinda woman has posted Nick Lowles saying that, no, he's not out. So this is all like back and forth, flip, up and down. There are no guarantee, there's no reliable source of, I think you're right, though. I think he's not going to get out. He's not going to get out until Monday. So essentially, I mean,
So I'm literally reading the Met. I'm sorry, I'm just doing something at the same time, but I'm reading from the Met's own Twitter, and they've given a statement. There will be significant policing presence, ensuring that the two opposing groups are kept apart, and preemptive conditions have been imposed under the Public Order Act to prevent serious disruption of order. Okay, what I want to know is what part of the Public Order Act. So they're saying in that statement again, the group kept apart and preemptive conditions have been imposed under the Public Order Act. Okay, so that's preemptive. So that means that they're setting up conditions under the Public Order Act. So it's preemptive conditions have been imposed under the Public Order Act. What I want to know is what part of the Public Order Act. It's a big legislation.
Well,
So
no,
basically,
they're saying he's in breach of the Public Order Act.
no. So this thing they just released. It's on the Twitter page. Met sets out policing ahead of Saturday's protests. The fifth paragraph in, and it's mentioning that. Wait there, let me try and read this.
Are they saying that if people show up, they may be in breach of public order, or?
Yeah, well, basically, from what I'm just read, it means that they've preempted conditions under the Public Order Act. But what conditions? They haven't said.
Okay, so they've put in force certain conditions already.
But they're not allowing us to even know what those conditions are.
Yeah, they do. I mean, come on, dude. You know the whole thing, like breaching the peace. I watch a lot of these auditors and stuff, and a lot of different sort of Charlie Veitch and stuff. And this breach of the peace bollocks is just a catch-all fucking phrase for the police just to use, just to get people moving or arrest them. I mean, it's literally just a catch-all phrase. They use it all the time, and it doesn't even make sense. It's not even breaching the peace; it's suspect of breaching the peace.
Well, yeah, that's what got me arrested. Technically, at Speaker's Corner. And when I told them I wasn't obliged to give my details under that charge because it's unrecordable, it's not recordable. They changed it to COVID.
Son of a bitch.
Well, they did. They went to the superior. I said to them, I don't have to give my details under that. And
so then they changed it to COVID regulations.
They changed it straight to COVID. So let me read this. I'm not really good at reading, but so let me just read it all again because it continues. It says there will be significant policing presence, ensuring that the two opposing groups are kept apart and preemptive conditions have been imposed under the Public Order Act to prevent serious disruption or disorder. A separate protest organised by United Friends and Families will take place at Trafalgar Square around midday. Deputy Commissioner so-and-so is leading the policing operation. We are prepared, because it gets a bit better now. We are prepared for a busy day on London. I will always ensure intended groups. Let me just find the paragraph I'm looking for. We know that opposing groups come together. Well, we know that when opposing groups' views come together, it can lead to conflict and disorder, and a key part of our role is ensuring that this does not happen. We have used Public Order Act conditions to ensure that those involved stick to routes, assembly areas that are sufficiently kept far apart. Officers will be monitoring closely to ensure the conditions are adhered to. So that means that they're saying Public Order Act conditions is on the organisers, that they've got specific routes to go down. Yeah, that paragraph makes sense to you there.
Yeah. I mean, they still don't describe. I think the Public Order Act could be to do with because last time when I got there from, I was walking down from Trafalgar Square to get to Parliament Square, and they had closed off that whole area. I had to walk all the way to, I think it was, I don't know, it was a bridge between Westminster Bridge and Vauxhall Bridge. I had to walk all the way to that bridge, cross over, and then come towards things. So it was a nightmare.
It's just done on purpose. It's just done on purpose to make it hard.
Yeah. It's just dicks. But what I might do next time is, instead of walk down, Whitehall, because the thing is, the reason I went down the Whitehall side was I wanted to catch some of the counter protesters, but I didn't see any of them. I guess maybe I was too early for that. So I just left and tried to get to the main area, and it was just stupid. So what I might do tomorrow is just go straight to Victoria and then walk down, because I got to get the press pass from the area before I go back to Victoria, and I might do like a couple of live streams or something in between that. But you're going to be down tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
So I'll try and find you somewhere in between all of that, somewhere in between Victoria and Parliament Square, basically. I don't suppose Simon is coming, though, is he? I don't think he is. He didn't last time.
I'm just looking at these.
You and him are not on speaking terms at the moment, are you?
I just haven't been speaking, just that's all.
Oh, right. So you haven't fallen out or anything. It's just life.
Yes, I'm looking here now, and who's uniting the kingdom? Who are they?
That is it. That is the event. That's tomorrow's event, Uniting the Kingdom.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I thought
Uniting the Kingdom
it was
Part 3.
Silenced or something.
No. That was the documentary they played in the last one called Silence.
Oh, right.
But Uniting the Kingdom is the name of the event. 1, 2, and 3. And Tommy was talking about, Uniting the Kingdom Part 4 when he gets out. But that might be in a couple of years.
I think they got it. Yeah, I'm just going through it now.
So anyway, that's that. But I want to pivot a little bit to a couple of things that I highlighted. I'm gonna just start them off, and then you can tell me. You can get into it if you want. Let me see. Christ, my Twitter feed got swamped with a whole bunch of Tommy stuff. So now I got to find the clip. Here we are. Now I do apologize. It is going to be echoey again, based, but I have no choice. But we have to play this. I have to share thy screen. Maybe I can do it without, because I don't really need sound on this one. Okay. Let me flip it. Let me flip it for the audience. Yeah. So this was played over a thingy concert, over a Taylor Swift concert recently. Are you ready for it, cat lady? No. Oh my! You see that? It says Trump 2024, ready for it, cat lady, ready for it, cat lady, MAGA. This is another different angle. Essentially, yeah, the Republicans are trolling old Swifty there. So thoughts?
No echo there either, mate. There's no echo.
I think it's because I'm sharing the tab rather than the whole screen. I think it's the echoes when I share the whole screen. It gets all screwy. So maybe if I can just share this tab, it'll be all right. But unfortunately, I can't flip between tabs. Then it's just this one tab, and I have to unshare and reshare every time. Anyway, so what do you think?
Very good. Did you see Camilla the other day get like a simple question on? It was Anderson Cooper give her a simple question. I think it was.
Maybe, yeah. I didn't see. I can't remember that one because I saw some clips, but I didn't actually see the whole thing.
She just can't answer any questions at all.
What did Anderson Cooper ask her?
I think it was whether she would do anything different. Just like
as always, the word salad that she goes into.
And she basically didn't even answer the question, and basically she just doesn't answer the question again. Thing is, you would respect her if she said, "Yeah, I've done it," and actually said she'd done a couple of things wrong. Because we all to admit you have faults it's not really a bad thing. And
let me see. I think I've got it here. Hold on. Let's have a look at it before we get into it. Damn you to hell.
But there's so many recently. There's so many clips with her just not answering, a non-answer on every question, and they're like, "Come on, these are ABC questions." You know.
I know, but well, wait a minute. Something's happened. Why am I hearing myself?
It's all right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Why am I hearing myself?
You still got a tab open and it's coming through or something.
I'm just looking, to see anything open. Oh Christ! It's always some shit. It's a problem with live streams, man.
So
let me unshare and reshare maybe. Hello.
Let me. I tell you what would be quite interesting. Put Polymarket up. Put Polymarket US elections, and it shows the betting. It shows the betting, and it shows. It shows the.
Hold on. Okay, Polymarket. Do you say?
Yeah, put down US elections. Should come straight up. I've been keeping an eye on it. Let me have a look at it at my end. Polymarket US elections.
Polymarket.
There we go.
Hold on. All right. So is this like the map of the US?
Yeah. So it gives So the first one you there, so you see it's 60. If you want to put it up for everyone, 64%.
Yeah. Let me bear with me.
So it's 10 days left, so you can see.
That's the one, right?
Yeah, that's it. Scroll it down a little bit. So, but that's the page.
That's actually all I can.
Oh, okay.
It's just the whole.
Okay,
it's the image
that is the page. That is the page. So so 64%. That's the money. Okay, that's betting.
Oh, this is the betting right now. Who's going to win? 64.1 to 36. Shit.
And I think the rest of it then, these are predicted forecasts. As you go down, you can scroll down. Do you get a scroll down there?
I can scroll down. This one?
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, I think that's the one. But all that sort of thing. I mean, it just for everyone, obviously, a red is Trump. I know you can see it there. I'm sure you can.
Yeah. I mean, initially...
I know we think it would be blue, but it's not. It's the other way around over there.
Oh, yeah. The red is Republicans, blue is Democrats, yeah. But but yeah, it just seems that it just went massively wide, like all of a sudden. Sorry, you want to go down again?
Well, yeah. Can you see any? What are you on there? You on Twitter or something?
Yeah, this is Twitter. Yeah.
No, just go on. Just go on Google. Right, that's
Oh,
the
I
problem.
see. So not Twitter, then just do the Google thing. Okay.
Yeah, just put Polymarket US elections. You get the same page I'm getting then. See, I was wondering why you couldn't.
Yeah, because I did the search in Twitter. I thought that's what you were doing.
No.
Okay. Hold on.
Polymarket US elections. It's got the swing states there.
Okay.
And
Allow more. Sorry, boys and girls.
and these are money, I believe, money betting, and they're hugely in Trump's favor. Hugely.
Okay, so you can see now the what I'm seeing. This is the proper one, yeah.
Yeah, that's the proper one. So I think is that the swing states there? Those 6 you see there?
Pennsylvania, yep. Wisconsin, Michigan,
Arizona,
Nevada,
Georgia, yeah.
Arizona, yeah.
Yeah.
These are, I think,
So they're the
main
swings. So they're the swing states. That's money. I think that's betting.
Yeah, I mean, he's winning in every swing state. The thing is, look, the popular vote, there's a chance that they're suspecting she's going to win by 60%. But the thing is, the popular vote is bullshit, because the popular vote just means that New York and Los Angeles are just going to dominate the popular vote. That's what they always do.
Yeah.
That's why the American system isn't based on popular vote. It's based on the electoral college and the various states. Because if that was the case, then New York and California essentially dictate every election if it was based on popular vote, because they're the biggest. They're the
So
two
California,
biggest states.
I think California is 54. All right, which is huge.
Yeah.
Texas is pretty high as well, and
New York.
New York.
Yeah.
But what was going to? So 54 for California. Do you know that California has a bigger economy than the UK?
Yeah, it's just like the 5th biggest economy in the world. Just California on its own. It's a country to itself.
It's the 5th.
Yeah.
But it's in massive fucking debt at the same stage. It's fucking,
a lot of countries are as well. But the fact is that, I mean, some of the states in America are bigger than European countries. Texas is the size of
bigger than Europe.
Like half of it's like half of Europe, if not more. So it's crazy that we think, people in America, like, you think of it as a singular country, like you would Britain. But it's really not. It's a continent, the damn thing. Just the United States. I'm not talking about the American continent. I'm talking the United States could be a continent to itself. It's so massive. It takes days to travel. It takes like 5 to 10 hours to just travel outside of your state. Like Texas. It takes like a day just to get across Texas, because it's the size of a big country. It's not even the size of a small country. So it's massive. It is massive. And they do have 350 million people. Imagine that sort of population in Britain. We literally wouldn't be able to, we'd have to live side by side in like double bunk beds. That would be the average size of a sort of personal space every person would get. It's insane. It's insane. So it's a whole other world over there. But as of now, what is your prediction, my good sir, when it comes to this business of Trump, Kamala? I mean, apart from the odds.
Well, Dominions come to mind straight away.
Paper ballots.
So mail-in ballots, and obviously Dominions voting machines could literally turn it, because they could just flip votes, and that's what they can do. I mean, it was funny
Go on. No. So given all the predictions, all the stats, all the opinion polls, do you really think they're gonna pull one of those? Pull a 2020?
Well, yeah. Because they pulled it last time around.
Yeah,
but I mean, for example, we always talked about people, they're secret Trump voters. Well, it turns out that Trump is now doing very well in Latino votes and doing very well in African male voters compared to their years previous. They put the years in from 2016 to 2020 and now predicted for 2024. And everything just goes up on this.
And also,
So-
more and more people are wearing MAGA hats proudly. They're not even hiding it anymore. They're just like walking around the street with it.
So if we look at the polls from previous things, they're about 3 to 5% in Democrats' favor. Till reality is like 3 to 5% different. So they're those secret voters that they basically don't say that they voted Trump, but secretly they did. Yeah. So what I'm suggesting, are those people still out there? The ones that will still vote for Trump but say they wouldn't vote for Trump, because so without them anyway, the polls seem to be wrong. They're always more Democrat, but when you combine the secret Trump voter not being so secret anymore, is that like percentage still going to be there or not? You know, even though the polls are generally quite skewed towards the Democrats' favor compared to reality.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I typed U.S. election polls in 2020 versus 2020 versus 2024, and I got this ridiculous image of someone who took a poll saying Britons are currently more favorable towards Kamala Harris than both Biden and Donald Trump, though nearly half don't have a view. Yeah, it's because, why are you asking British people for?
What's amazing is the flash it, but over half don't have a view. So if over half don't have a view, right, that's generally because they don't know who the fuck she is, right?
But most people, why would British people give a shit?
I know. But the whole point is, anyway, if they were saying about famous people, they would know what Biden looks like, or Clinton. Did they mention?
That is true. But no, I mean, they're just looking at President Joe Biden, President and Oh, okay. So it's Vice President Kamala Harris, Vice President Joe Biden, and that's and then former President and Republican nominee President Donald Trump. So when it comes to those ratios, then 2021, he lost that. Actually, let me see if I can make this thing.
The thing is, look, Clinton and Trump, right? Whatever you think about them, you either love them or hate them, but they've got a personality. Kamala hasn't got any personality. She doesn't come forward and sort of endear herself to anyone. I can see.
She's bland as crap. The thing is, this woman has lost every presidential sort of run that she's ever had, you know, as a nominee, to become the nominee. She got 1% last time she ran. I think it was actually when she ran against in 2020. Yeah. So she is deeply unpopular with people. Nobody in the Democratic Party. Nobody wants her.
She was the first voted out. Basically, she was the lowest.
Yeah. So nobody likes her in the Democratic Party. If they'd actually had a proper primary, she wouldn't have been the nominee. Guaranteed, she wouldn't have been the nominee.
Can we watch Tulsi Gabbard ruin her on the debate?
On the debate stage.
That's an amazing slapdown. It's only about a minute long because she doesn't get a lot, but she slaps her down. The crowd love it as well. Put down Tulsi Gabbard, Camilla, US debate 2020.
Yeah, let me see if I can get. I think I've got it.
Senator Harris.
Hold on. Can you hear it? When it
I just heard something. Couldn't see anything.
You have also been quite critical of Vice President.
Yeah, did you hear that?
We can hear it, but we can't see it.
No. Yeah. I haven't shared it yet, but just want to make sure you could hear it first.
Senator Harris. You have also been quite critical of Vice President Biden's policies on race, specifically on the issue of busing in the 1970s, having benefited from busing when you were a young child. Vice President Biden says that your current position on busing, you're opposed to federally mandated busing.
Is this the Tulsi clip?
Position
this is Tulsi Gabbard,
same
rips
as
Kamala
his
Harris
position. Is he right?
Yeah.
That is
I
simply
think it's a bit
false.
longer.
And let's be very clear about this.
Hold on.
When Vice
Look how jolly
President
looks now.
Biden
Let's
was
leave
in the
it.
United States
Look how
Senate
jolly
working
looks.
with
But yeah, look,
segregationists
Biden looks
to oppose
awake.
busing,
He looks-
which was the vehicle by which
Do you know what I mean? He looks awake. He looks like he's with it at least.
Well, he doesn't. I thought he looks dumb as fuck. I thought he looks
Oh, no,
dumb as fuck.
but
then.
compared to now he looks like
Oh,
a zombie.
yeah.
He's got his mouth gaping open. He literally looks like he's retarded now. Look at his facial features now then compared to now. He at least looked like he could manage things. He just doesn't look like he's with it anymore.
Look him put his thumb up there, his finger then.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Okay.
Play it.
Let me
That it
see.
was wrong
She's
to
just
take
giving
the
us another
position
word
that he
salad
took
at
at
the moment. I want
that
to fast forward this
Now,
to
I would like to
Tulsi's.
Also is in a situation where export
second largest department in the United States conversation
Oh, here we are.
Congresswoman Gabbard, Congresswoman.
and getting them jobs and counseling.
definitely
I
would
did
as well.
the work as Attorney General of
Oh,
putting body
Tulsi.
cameras on
Oh,
special
freaking hell,
agents
dude,
in
I
the
would
state of
ruin it.
California, and I'm proud of
I would do ungodly things to that body.
that
I
work.
want to bring in Congresswoman Gabbard. Congresswoman Gabbard, you took issue with Senator Harris confronting Vice President Biden at the last debate. You called it a, quote, false accusation that Joe Biden is a racist. What's your response?
I want to bring the conversation back to the broken criminal justice system that is disproportionately negatively
Boom.
impacting
Just
black and
changed
brown
it.
people all across this country today. Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep
Thank you,
cash bail
Congresswoman.
system in place. That impacts poor people
How
in
can
the
you-
worst kind of way.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Senator Harris, your response?
She done well for 30 seconds, didn't she? Fuck me. She just flipped it. She said, well, calling Biden racist. And she went, actually, I want to talk about this.
Oh yeah, she completely by because she knew that was all just like bollocks. That they were, you know, they're not substantive.
They wanted to direct it. They wanted a director down the road.
Yes.
Down the racist road.
Yes. Whilst she was, you know, she just like, forget that. I want to give them substantiated or substantive evidence of this woman's poor record of how she's, you know, I mean, in a weird way, she was saying that this woman is racist, by the way, that she made all these people who got done for marijuana, put them all in jail, which is predominantly the black community that smokes marijuana, so mostly black people essentially. She put a whole bunch of black people in prison, and yet at the same time, when she was asked if she ever smoked it, she kind of giggled about it, meaning that she did.
Yeah,
smoke
on
it.
a podcast, wasn't it? She was on a podcast.
Yeah, so it was pointing out her hypocrisy, and I think kind of throwing shade that she's actually a little bit racist because she puts all these marijuana smokers in prison. So I think she threw a lot of shade in that little segment in so many levels, and also it was a really, you know, it was a point that was well worth making, not some virtue. You know, she could have gone down some virtue signaling word salad bollocks, but that's not Tulsi. She's on point. No, that was awesome. And to be honest with you, I mean, this was in 2020. I saw Tulsi's trajectory towards Republicans, or at least towards Trump. Maybe not. She may not be a diehard Republican. She'll probably remain like a libertarian, independent type. But I did see her trajectory that way. Do you know who else I see the trajectory of going? Where one day I'm putting money on it now. She'll make a video saying how I left the left, like Dave Rubin. Do you know who I mean?
Yeah, I know you mean. It's off Young Turks,
Anna Kasparian. Yes, I'm telling you now. There will come a day where she'll make a video about how I left the left. And and that will be the day where I hope there are plenty of people that will throw it in her face, the shit she said about Dave Rubin and how he was a shill and a traitor and a She ripped into Dave Rubin for years after Dave Rubin left.
And the other guy, was his name Jimmy
Dore. Jimmy Dore's already left.
Yeah.
Jimmy Dore's. I guarantee you, Jimmy Dore will vote for Trump this year. I guarantee you, he'll vote for Trump.
Well, that's it.
He may
She-
not
she
say
ripped
it.
into Jimmy. They all ripped into Jimmy Dore, didn't they? Because Jimmy
Oh,
Dore
yeah.
was part of TYT.
Yeah. They, you know, when Jimmy left, as in when Jimmy's exit plan was like kind of forged, when they were sitting with, I forgot the guy's name, but he's a Jewish partner with Cenk, and they started the Young Turks together, and they were talking about, this was at either at the Republican convention or the Democrats convention. But you know how all these TV sort of studios or whatever, they get their own little space where they set up like a mini studio for themselves. They were sitting discussing the elections and
Alex
how
Jones.
yeah, and how they should. Yeah, no, that wasn't it. Alex Jones, yeah, he came on, but that was that stage that they were on, and he was Jimmy Dore was talking to the Jewish guy about, why should I vote for Hillary Clinton? Why the fuck should I vote for her? She has to come and get my vote. I'm not just going to vote for her for the sake of voting for her. And the other guy was like, oh, yeah, but you don't know anything about politics. It's like, what the fuck do you know about politics? And he really went at him. And the other guy was like, don't talk to me like that. Don't talk to me like that ever. By the way, that clip is really hard to find at the moment. They scrubbed it from YouTube pretty well.
So who was he screaming at? Do you know the
It's
person he was
the
screaming
partner. He's the partner of Cenk Uyghur's TYT.
Right.
They are partners
at? So
together.
it's game over at that point, isn't it?
But that's what I mean. That was
Yeah,
it. That was pretty much when Jimmy left.
Give me 30 seconds. I gotta come offline. I'll be back now. Just stay.
Okay.
there.
Go for it,
Talk
dude. Go for it. I'll cover it. Are you just gonna? Okay. Based, I muted you so in case any sounds comes through. The Young Turks. Hold on, I'm just looking for the Young Turks founders. Hassan Piker. Hold on. Young Turks founders. Although, actually, Anna has shares in the Young Turks as well. So she is, I think it's Ben Menkwitz, something like that. Is anyone in the chat giving me any heads up? No, facts don't lie. Heads up. Welshie will be dogless tomorrow. Oh, Welshie, people are saying you'll be dogless tomorrow. Is that you're going to leave Trigger at home?
Yeah.
That's all right, man. It's better anyway. Yeah, Ben Menkwitz. Ben Menkwitz. He is the. Hold on. Let me see if I can get that. Get down on it. Get down on it. Get up now. Okay. Let me see if I can show you what I can show you. You see what I mean? You see this guy? Ben Frederick Menkwitz. He was the one who he's the kind of one of the co-owners, I guess.
He sometimes appears.
Oh yeah, he's on the show. I don't know whether he's on it now, but he was on it much more frequently in the past. But I'm not sure if he has any segment, because I haven't watched the Young Turks in like pretty much since 2020, I think, or before like Trump. No, I watched it for the Trump election 2016 because they had a meltdown, and that meltdown was epic. That's like one of the best meltdowns I've seen in years, because it was over a period of a very long night, and it was gradual, like just depression after depression. It was just the amazing. Go on.
I watched the TYT meltdown in 2016.
2016, yeah, that's what I mean. That's ever since then I haven't really watched the TYT, but that particular one.
I've watched it so many times. That clip, that like half-hour clip, it's hilarious. Well, it's not. It's over like 2 hours, edited down to like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
and it's so funny because all the results start coming in, and you can see Chunk Uyghur going, oh, it went from like 99% in this like 20-minute clip. Chance that Hillary was going to be president, all the way down to like it was like an escalator going up the percentage for Trump, like an escalator. Every result to come in.
Actually, there is let me just vet this video.
Holy shit! Do we have the clips here for you today?
If you're a female and voted for Trump, You're not. I'm better than you. I'm better than you. She said, "I'm better than you."
Anna's little bit. Yes, I am better than you. You are garbage. Those clips are not going to age well for Anna. I think this is her descent into Republican sort of zone or conservatism is because those clips. I bet you she's going over them, and they are not aging well for her. She's watching those with huge cringe on her face. Oh my God, what did I do? What did I say?
The little clip's amazing. She literally said, "I can't believe it." And the female voters, they voted for Trump.
Yeah, no,
human
they are
garbage.
just dumb. Just dumb. She called half of the women in America just dumb.
But I'm better than you, innit? I'm better than you. Wow.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. That is incredible. I typed Benjamin Frederick Menquist and into YouTube, and my live stream just came up because we're talking about it. That's crazy. How instantly the actual
what?
I typed in Ben's name in the search engine to find that argument between Ben and Jimmy Dores, and our live stream right now, this live stream that we're running, that just popped up as well as in the search.
Can you bring that up?
Huh?
Can you bring that up or not?
Bring it up. What?
Yeah.
This live stream?
No, the actual showing it.
Oh, the screen, the actual
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. Hold on, I have to.
That's fucking crazy.
I know, it's insane, absolutely nuts.
So that's instant, isn't it? So we only mentioned that like five minutes ago.
It's not showing up on my.
I believe you, mate.
Where is it?
Just want to see it. Just
Oh,
thinking it's fucking
wait a minute. Sorry,
scary.
it's the wrong one. I should have done it on this one. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. Let me see if I can share and reshare this stupid thing. Yeah. Let's. I have to keep unsharing and resharing the bloody things. There you go. Let me bring in the audience there. You see it? There it is.
That's crazy.
Uniting the kingdom. Tom Banksy Star Live, and I'm actually live, and there it is. My live stream. I am showing my live stream on my live stream. Isn't that some kind of a fourth breaking the fourth
is that on
wall
YouTube?
with the
Is
fourth
that on
wall?
YouTube or on Google? Is that on YouTube or Google? That's on YouTube.
No, it's YouTube. It's YouTube.
Yeah.
But isn't this something that's gone wrong? Maybe I'm breaking the eighth wall or something. Maybe it's like typing Google in Google, you break the internet. If you watch your own live stream on YouTube whilst doing the live stream, is that some sort of Inception shit? I'm gonna destroy the internet. Actually, there's far right thugs assembled pre-rally. This might be quite interesting actually to see. We may want to have a little. These are the guys that all the Tommy boys have assembled.
To 2CTV with your latest live updates. Not in the home studio because we're out with the far right thugs.
Come on!
I'm gonna introduce them
Voice
one
of-
by one, as
Voice
some
of
of you might already
Wales.
know some of these far right individuals. First things first, we have the troublemaker Paul Thorpe, who has more rumours talked about him than Meghan Markle. For no reason.
Even though, love you all. If Mrs. T is watching, because I know she will be. That's why you said it.
And of course, apparently this is an EDL rally, or EDL riot tomorrow. We have the Welsh invaders. We got a couple of Welsh
to take your land.
The Welsh migrants are here. Where the hell is? Can someone go get Nyack? Nyack.
Is that Ian Miles
Yes,
Tom?
can someone,
No,
yeah,
it's
get the
John,
media to
John
come back
Wong.
out.
He's really nice guy. He's part of the Tommy. He was Tommy's producer a while. He worked for Sargon and Card for a couple of years. He's a really nice kid, to be honest with you.
All right. So he's the producer. He's like a producer.
Yeah, so he's part of the Tommy movement. He's part of the Tommy media.
Yeah, video editing and stuff.
I don't know if he is Urban Scoop, but he does a lot of their stuff now.
I'm with you.
I mean, he would have been involved in all the production of all those
videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Of course, my favorite Asian Nazi.
At your service.
Sir. How's life after?
I don't know if it is John Wong.
Oh, it's all right. Life's okay.
Oh yeah,
it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Is that Ian?
It is.
It is. It's Ian.
No, it's,
Ian.
no, it's John Wong. It's John.
Yeah.
John Wong.
Okay. He doesn't give his name.
Someone go get Nyack. Nyack.
Yeah.
There's the
Cowboy's voice.
Get the idiot to come back out. And of course, my favorite Asian Nazi.
At your service.
Sir. How's life after Lotus Eaters?
Oh, it's all right.
Yes,
Life's okay.
you're right.
It's not too bad.
It's
not
in
too
Tapia.
bad.
It's in
Yeah, we just came back from a film interview with Tommy in Spain.
Yeah, so you do AW now, right?
Yeah. Oh no, we do Fox Populi.
Oh yes, of course, yeah.
Yeah. So we've done a little bit of rebranding. It's Fox Populi. Voice of the people in Latin, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that what it means?
Yes, that's what Fox comes
The Welsh don't understand.
Too sophisticated. The Western civilization is too sophisticated for the outside.
Does he have a
What are your thoughts? What are your messages to people who
Yeah,
are
he
too
normally has
scared
purple hair.
Yeah. I thought.
come tomorrow to the rally?
Well, all I can say is, look, if it was going to be dodgy,
I wouldn't be there.
me and Maya definitely wouldn't be here. No, seriously, guys, get yourselves along. I know you're all going to come anyway, but yeah, it's going to be a lovely, magical day, and we've got some very important messages to give out tomorrow.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it should be okay. I mean, with all the ups and downs recently, especially today's news, it's important for everyone to stay together and fight for the kingdom, unite the kingdom, obviously.
Absolutely. And Richard, I was party to a conversation with Richard earlier on with the police. They're on side with us. They're fine.
Yeah. For the record, a lot of people were confused because of the different tiers of policing. What Tommy has been dealing with is a different police force is in Kent. And the Metropolitan Police is different when it comes to tomorrow's rally and protest. So even if he's in trouble with the Kent police right now,
why are they even saying
it doesn't actually...
Sorry, what?
Why are they even, basically, they're bigging up the Met Police. Yeah, the Met Police served the 35, which was illegal from the start, wasn't even enforced at the time they fucking enforced it. They fucking basically purged themselves in courts. That's why it was all thrown out. Because the Met Police were bent from the start of all that, from that Jewish protest. And now we've got Maya and Paul Thorpe sort of bigging up the Met and saying, oh, it's the Kent who's nicked him. It's Kent Constabulary. I mean, what the fuck are they
I don't think they're
about?
bigging them up, but yeah, I mean, it's not.
Well, they are. Go back 20 seconds and let's hear it all through then.
No.
I hate all this bollocks.
Look.
I hate all this bollocks.
Hold on.
I mean, what are they
it's important for
talking
everyone
about?
to
Hold on.
6 months ago, 6 months ago, it was the Met, and now it's Kent. It's like, well, no, they're all part of the same. What you want about?
But I mean, I think they're saying that there's these two different police constabularies that they're dealing with. They're dealing with the Kent for the arrest on the whole terrorism thing, but they're also dealing
But like
with
I
Met.
pointed out 6 months ago, they had him in fucking court over their 35 that was not even in place when they arrested him. At the time he was arrested, it wasn't even in place. So, and they put him through all that shit 6 months ago, and it was all about them like a year ago in the last like 6 months, a year. Now, it's the Kent. I'm just sorry. Just I don't want to hear the garbage.
Yeah, but
it's garbage coming out of their mouths that 6 months ago it was all about the Met. Now it's all about Kent. Fuck off. Not interested.
Anyway.
And fight for the kingdom, unite the kingdom, obviously.
Absolutely. And Richard, I was party to a conversation with Richard earlier on with the police. They're on side with us. They're fine.
Yeah. For the record, a lot of people were confused because of the different tiers of policing. What Tommy has been dealing with is a different police force is in Kent. And the Metropolitan Police is different when it comes to tomorrow's rally and protest. So even if he's in trouble with the Kent police right now, it doesn't actually stop the
Nothing
protest.
to do with the Met. It will be fine. I mean, they have our respect. We have their, we have respect for them. It's going to be fine.
You're not going anywhere.
Hang on, sorry.
Mingling in the background. That's what the Welsh do. Throughout history, mingling in the background in the kingdom.
Original Britons.
So how many Welsh are we expecting tomorrow? Because every time there are more Welsh flags these days
Yeah,
than English.
there's lots. There's lots coming up from Wales tomorrow. We know of. There's people travelling up tonight. We've seen a few of them. There's a load of them in the bar tonight as well that we don't know.
Yeah.
So,
Go ahead. We have a new addition, ladies and
this
gentlemen.
Welshman, because all the refugees are Welsh people
Well,
these days.
oh yeah, exactly. Well, we have yet another white supremacist far-right thug, the Iranian refugee Nihat Gorbani, who started the trend of Hamas or terrorist signs. He's been arrested more by the Metropolitan Police than by the IRGC.
He's got so
in
many
Iran.
cases.
Never happened in Iran.
You actually did get arrested? Now we started thinking maybe he's a spy.
He had about fucking 10 cases.
I loved it.
Sorry?
He'll have about 10 cases against the Met for false arrest.
Oh yeah. He's had loads of false arrests essentially, but I don't know what's going on in the courts.
Let me just speak about that, because basically, if, for example, that is a false arrest, right? By him resisting, okay, or being non-compliant, okay, which he's not violent, he's not violent, but he's non-compliant, yeah, civilly disobedient. He's just going to get more of a paycheck on each claim. Every second he's being cuffed for and detained for, it's just more money. And the police, we near enough weekly were arresting him.
Yeah, that's true.
And then and they might have charged him originally, but I think they've come to the conclusion
They can't afford to charge him anymore.
well, you can't keep on. It's not even about the money, because they got the money. It's that you can't keep on doing it. You can't be seen because it looks.
That's what they stopped. That's what they stopped. Last week, I was with him last Saturday at Trafalgar Square, and the police didn't touch him. Did not touch him. Just let him do his thing. They created a perimeter and just let him be there.
That's what they should have done at the start.
Of course. But they the Metropolitan Police, they're dicks. They first go for the rough-handed sort of approach, and then if that doesn't deter the person, then they'll eventually get told because he became famous enough for this antic, so that he gained a lot of media attention every time he was being arrested and roughed up by the Metropolitan Police. So that started to look bad on them. So they were like, okay, now that this guy's got this level of media spotlight, we can't rough him up anymore.
The thing is, I don't think they've got a case. So it's not. I don't even think. Like I said, it's bad. It's bad. It's obviously publicity when you see it, because obviously he's always got a cameraman with him. And people say, oh, he's got a cameraman with him waiting for it. I'm thinking, well, of course he's got a fucking cameraman with him. He keeps on getting arrested and assaulted. Of course he's got.
Yeah.
He should have like 2, 3. Actually, one with a camera and the rest with body cams, just sort of observing it, not even getting involved.
Enough. Yeah, on Saturday he had a GoPro attached to himself, a body cam, but he didn't have a cameraman. He didn't have a specified cameraman. But then Thingy was there, Maya Tusi, I was there, and a whole host of other people were there, like 10 other people. In fact, there was literally like 3 or 4 of protesters, if you like, on his side. The rest
when he
were
was
all
on a
cameramen.
ladder, when he couldn't stand on a ladder because they said the ladder was illegal. Was that the one?
Well, yeah, but the woman could sit on the ladder, but he wasn't allowed on the ladder for some reason.
Yeah, so that's why she was allowed on the ladder, but
Yeah.
he wasn't. If he stood on the ladder, it was illegal.
Yeah, well, like what? How
Once
how
again,
does that even work?
he literally could have forced an arrest there. He literally could have. Obviously, he doesn't really want to get arrested. I'm sure it gets tiresome after a while.
Yeah.
But like, it's just a 2-tier nonsense. It's either illegal or it's legal. You can't curb my freedom of expression because you don't like it, which is exactly what they're doing there, because they're allowing her to stand on the sign on the step ladder, but not allowing him to stand on it.
Let me run this through because I'm going to finish the show because it's 11 o'clock. I got to get some sleep, dude. I got to get up very early tomorrow. I'm sure you do as well. But yeah, let me wait 14 minutes.
IRGC never catch me. They
Aye,
you
that's
know,
right,
they
that's
can't.
right.
Hang on, the fit IRGC security couldn't catch him, but the fat lesbian Metropolitan Police officer. They caught him.
All over it.
So yeah, what's your message tomorrow?
Be there. Be there. That is it. Because like my concern has been like people have seen that Tommy's been remanded and it's like, oh well, why would we go? Well, you should be going for the reason you were going in the first place, is to unite the kingdom. And to be honest, if there was ever a reason to come, it's now. You know, it's when you see him. Because what happened, just to be absolutely crystal clear, you've got Tommy Robinson went all the way down to Folkestone to answer bail for a terrorism charge, not giving his PIN to his phone. But he was arrested by the Met Police from London, and he's been held in remand to make sure he's in court. So what he went to answer bail for is nothing to do with what he's been remanded for. So it shows the abuse of power and the overreach and the overstepping.
See how they just contradicted themselves? See how they just contradicted? Because basically, he's saying now the Met have now remanded him. It wasn't Kent that remanded him. You have 5 minutes ago. Why are they even talking about the police? They're all the same.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no,
He's
I
just
think.
contradicted what Thorpe
Well,
said.
no,
and
because
what-
Thorpe and Meyer were talking about the police who's going to manage or control the protests.
You're breaking things down into singular things. Like I said 6 months ago, it was the Met with the Section 35 arrest. It's all connected.
I'm not gonna.
So
I'm not gonna
just
argue
because
with you on that.
Yeah, I know. It's
They're all
just
dicks,
like,
man.
why are they even mentioning the police?
Yeah, I mean, they're just
It is what it
talking.
is.
Of the establishment. And if you were coming here to unite the kingdom, stand up against tyranny, as the banner headline says, this is why.
Yeah.
So don't back out. And if you're on the fence, get off the fence and come. If you're unsure, be sure and come.
And there are two reasons. One is Mr. Lynch, and the other one is Mr. Robinson. Both of them cannot be here because of the government and the state, the police state that we live in. And don't forget that actually Tommy flew in to Luton. He thought he was going to be arrested then to answer bail on the charge on Monday, the injunction charge. So there was no risk of flight. There was no nothing. He came back. He didn't need to. He came back. So the Metropolitan Police, I'm afraid, you are no longer a police force, you're a Stasi. You're operating politically, and it's disgusting.
There's some comments, actually, can I get you in as well? There's some comments saying Lawrence Fox has said on Twitter, don't go to the rally.
That's shocking. And just for me to say on that, again, like I was saying, the whole reason for this is to stand up against tyranny. Now, I know he said he wasn't happy with the speakers list or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't happy with the speaker list. Let me tell you something. That speakers list is the family of the people who have been taken into prison, right? So you may not know who that speaker list is, but they were picked for a reason by the person who's now held on remand. So out of respect, you should just respect and come anyway. You know, at the end of the day, these are families who have had their family members taken away from them, and they will lose them. They won't be there over Christmas.
Yeah.
So they aren't going to be with their family over Christmas. And they are the speakers who are going to be there. So come and hear their stories, because that's who matters. Tommy said himself, he may get protection in prison, right? These people aren't. Peter Lynch didn't get protection. We're hearing stories, multiple stories of other people who've been battered, slashed up in prisons, right? Because of the target the Keir Starmer's put on their back.
Yeah.
So get there tomorrow. Get there tomorrow.
What do you think, Paul?
Well, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I'm sure Lawrence has got his reasons, but I would appeal to him to come tomorrow. I don't know why. I mean, at the end of the day, look, everyone should just be there. And by the way, if anyone needs any English to Welsh to English translation, I'm available. I'm available free of charge.
Yeah.
And
Can I add something? Don't listen to me, to Dan, to Stan. Think about your country. Your country need you now. If you don't take action now, you get a punishment later. Just think about your children
This is a man that knows.
and about your country. We, Iranian, 45 years living in this darkness. It's
front of you, if you don't take action, that's going to be calm in your life. And you should, you know,
What Niaks is absolutely spot on, especially as an Iranian, because in Iran, there have been protests, there have been uprisings, there have been marches in the past, rallies, and we know that there will be people who are also against the regime, but they will be scared. They will tell their neighbors or friends, don't go, don't go, don't. And the people who said don't go are the reason that Iran is still occupied 45 years from now. Correct. It's still occupied because people said don't go.
Exactly. They are always saying, you know, let them other one going. You know, they are going. No worries. You know, we are sitting at home and watching the television.
Everybody sits at home.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't make sense. Just come in the street.
We've got
show
people-
your power.
We've got a 70-year-old and an 80-year-old, one with a hip problem, and they're coming from two with a hip problem, and they're coming from West Wales. It's going to take them. They're going to have to get up at 5:30 in the morning to catch the bus from Llanelli to come to London and go back, and they're prepared to do it. And if they're prepared to do it from the farthest part of this kingdom, then you should.
Absolutely.
I'd just say this, look, we are at a wonderful location tonight. We're at the Union Jack Club, and now this place is a minefield of British history. Everywhere you walk, there are images of brave men who have given their lives for our freedom. We are here tonight to pay tribute, and we're paying honour to them and their memory. Please be there for all these guys, Mayor, Voice.
Sorry, dude. Was that Welsh?
Yeah, you carry on, mate. I'm going to be shutting off, all right, mate?
Yeah. I'm gonna actually wrap it up as well now because it's getting late. It's 11 o'clock. I got to get some sleep. I should have slept actually earlier than this. So no worries, dude. Have a good one. Thank you. I'm gonna wrap this up. I thank you. All right, boys and girls. If you guys want to, you can find this video, the rest of it in Maya 2Cs. Essentially, they're just at a pub, at a club, and they're just promoting tomorrow's event. So if you can, definitely go there. I will be there again as soon as possible, preferably around 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. And I'll try and do a series of short, sort of couple of hours, maybe an hour, 30-minute streams, and then the long one from 1 o'clock all the way to the end, or from, probably from 1 o'clock from Victoria. In the meanwhile, thank you, boys and girls. Now, if you don't already know,
Our feds reflects on the streets of London, giving you hard-hitting news. Yeah.
that's right. Go to Hafez Reflects. That's where I will be live streaming from, not Banksy Style Live. So if you're still around in the chat in the back there, I don't know how many of you guys are out there. Thank you so much for coming tonight, guys. Thank you to Manny, to Base Welshman, to Steve for jumping on the panel. Thanks everyone in the chat. As always, much love to everyone. And just a couple of, I'm going to throw in a couple of endorsements. As you all know, we are very proud to be endorsed by the next president of the United States.
Hello, this is Donald Trump. I'd like you all to know that the Banksy Style Live channel is a great channel, a terrific channel. I really like you all to subscribe and share this channel. It's a really terrific channel, a patriotic channel. I like the channel, and he is a great friend, so go there today.
And now, although I don't support her candidacy for president, but, we appreciate the support nevertheless. Thank you, Miss Kamala, Miss Vice President.
Hello, this is Kamala Harris. I'd like you all to know that the Banksy Style Live channel is a great channel. I really like you all to subscribe to this channel. I fucking love this guy. If I could have his children, I absolutely would. I absolutely love this fucking guy.
But again, you are going to lose, madam. I'm sorry, but you are. That's how it is. Okay, boys and girls, thank you so much. Now I'm going to try to play us out with something. What are we going to play out with? Music. Let's just do it with this one. Why not?
Hi, where happens your weatherman? And we got news for you. Let's get ready, all you lonely girls, and leave those umbrellas at home. You better choose is rising. Barometer's getting low. Uh-oh. According to all sources. What sources now? The street's the place to go. Better hurry up. 'Cause tonight for the first time, just about 10:30, for the first time in history, it's gonna start raining men. It's a raining man. Hallelujah, it's a raining man. Amen. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna let myself get absolutely soaking wet. It's a raining man. Hallelujah, it's a raining man. Every specimen, tall, blonde, dark and mean, rough and tough and strong and mean. God bless Mother Nature. She's a single woman too. She took on to heaven, and she did what she had to do. She taught every angel and rearranged the sky so that each and every woman could find a perfect God. It's a raining man. Hallelujah, it's a raining man. Amen. It's a raining man. Hallelujah, it's a raining man. Amen. I'm feeling stormy weather moving in, about to begin. Hear the thunder. Don't you lose your head. Rip off the roof and stay in bed. Stay in bed. God bless Mother Nature. She's a single woman too. She took off to heaven, and she did what she had to do. She taught every angel. She rearranged the sky. Every woman to find a perfect God. It's a raining man. Yeah. Humidity rising. Humidity's rising. Barometer's getting low. It's getting low, 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 low. According to all sources. The street's the place to go. 'Cause tonight for the first time.